After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be fielded at the 8. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
Amari Cooper and the Cowboys set to take over once again. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the second quarter, and they're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on it. There's two sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion, anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the 1st. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
1st and 10.
Prescott. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver. Charles, with that incompletion, I want to step back for a second, just talk about the quarterbacks this year. It's an interesting stat that you and I were looking at before the game. 40 quarterbacks have been used in the first 3 weeks of the NFL season, most in the Super Bowl era. Some injuries and then just some changes at QB.
Yeah, 20 of the starting quarterbacks this past Sunday under the age of 27. But what I like about what I'm seeing, despite the injuries, retirements, guys being unable to play, I'm seeing these youngsters and backups come in and play well in a lot of cases. Gardner Minshew in Jacksonville has taken charge there. They got their 1st win. Kyle Allen, 4 touchdown passes for Carolina in relief of Cam Newton. They got their 1st win. Going into week 3, the collective quarterback rating for the season, 94.0, which was the highest at that stage of the season in a long time in the NFL. So maybe the quarterbacking straits that we talk about all the time aren't as dire as we've made them out to be.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Bridgewater. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in.
Come on now, let's go.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Kamara. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Throwing, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Right there.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
I got him.
They'll set up a throw. And he's caught right at the 10-yard line. And they move this all the way down to the 9. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense is trying to really stop him.
This will be caught at about the 6. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. One man in the backfield, Murray on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Check nickel. Whip. Watch the whip.
3rd and goal for Bridgewater. That is caught. Traquan Smith. Touchdown Saints. A 1-yard touchdown pass as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary.
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. On second down, it's Elliott. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Prescott now steps away, and he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it. Somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Bridgewater on first down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 54 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Bridgewater to throw it. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. First down, Bridgewater. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. From the pistol, they run it with Murray. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Bridgewater on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. And they're able to pick up the first and keep possession. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
Mike, 54. Here we go, D.
From the gun, Bridgewater to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Watch the screen.
And again, it's Bridgewater. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with it and go where where he goes. Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone. Coverage as well, and oftentimes the spy not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns third, and he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for two is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the Cowboys are able to recover. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also, it may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things, and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Mike 54. Mike 54 here.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. On third down, it's Prescott. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move. The Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League where he kicked for 4 years. And I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Bridgewater. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at third down here. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to...
And look at this. It's a fake. And he's going to let it go deep. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis.
Good stuff. Keep going there.
Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Yeah, they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you put something out there, you're giving yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Call it no gain on the dump-off, and it's third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Cooper's got it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games for the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the two teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the 3rd time in 4 NFL seasons. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. That's a 49-yard punt, 8, though, on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now Bridgewater being chased out left. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. The offense on third down tonight, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll run. This is Kamara. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
I like the look that they just showed. When you come out in a passing form, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Bridgewater. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down. The Saints on third down, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2, eluding the pressure right. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This from 54 yards away. Marr able to put this one through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way.
We now proceed to the start of the second half. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. Now Breeze on 3rd down. Looking deep downfield. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, trying to target. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It's Christian Covington who notches the sack there. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. He moved from your former position senior year, strong safety.
Yeah, sometimes they get you up near the line of scrimmage, or you're trying to time up a blitz. You've got to get it right, otherwise that flag comes out and you just cost your team some yardage.
Looking to throw, Prescott. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Let's go.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. Throwing, Prescott, incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Prescott on 3rd and goal. And that will be incomplete as well.
This has kind of been the story all night long, hasn't it? An inability to really get much done on 3rd downs, and it's costing them.
The kick by Maher is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what I think
that factored in.
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense, because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. It's brought in right side by Ginn. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. On first down, Breeze. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Breeze. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back. From the gun, it's Breeze. Airing it out deep for Smith. It's caught inside the 25. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That goes for a gain of 31.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he is goes into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. From 6 yards away, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. He will push his way down to about the 14. And he's not going to make it to the goal line. They've been perfect on the night in two-point conversions, but not here, as this time they come up empty. Cowboys are able to recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. Complete to Jason Witten. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Dak finding his tight end Witten, and the Cowboys have a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Defense.
So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Rolling to his left. He may try and run. Prescott stripped.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Call it a gain of 5. Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. Now Prescott looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards there and a first down.
First and goal at the 40.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Check, 47.
Now here's Pollard, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys claw one back.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 27. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Bree's going to throw. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Ready? You ready? 54. 12.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 31. Got to be in sync, and they were. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field. Not only was the call spot on,
and it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a first down.
Ready? Mark 54. Hey, check. Ready, check.
Breeze now on first down. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Trying to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 2nd touchdown of the night, as his guys continue to pour it on. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure.
And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Oh, boy, rubbing a little salt in the wound there, going for 2 up this big.
You know, there's one time when I played, Brandon, and played against a team that was just absolutely pile driving us, and they ended up going for 2 late in the game. And I asked one of the guys, why'd you do that? He said, because we wanted to win by more. That feels like that type of situation.
Wow. Well, it could also result in a melee later, though. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. On 2nd and 12, Prescott. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Cameron Jordan able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
You better be afraid of me.
Prescott from the gun. Wide open receiver complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. He's going to field this at the 4. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. It's supposed to be fairly clear by the time he has to leave the booth. 3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A gain there of Partner, switching gears for a second, a really cool moment. And, of course, his son, Clay, was playing for the opposite team that night. It was a really neat moment.
Fantastic moment. And it's Clay 2 and Clay 3, correct?
Yes.
Dad is 2. Son, who's playing for the Rams now, is 3. When he popped out there to see the rest of the family, all of them wearing the 57 jersey that Clay II wore with such distinction for Cleveland for all those years. When he played long enough, a lot of people think he played with Otto Grant. I mean, it was amazing. About nearly a 20-year career there. Just phenomenal what he got done. And even better to see his son able to pop out there and share the moment with him on such a special night. Just phenomenal.
And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets?
And they're going to try this again. It's another fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. A first down throw for Prescott. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch good for 8 yards. Now Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped. Unfortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. Prescott down. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 22. Prescott now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Back now here live in New Orleans. On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Cooper was the target there. 3rd down here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter.
I'm coming after you.
Now Elliott. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. One man in the backfield. That's Elliott on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Prescott. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Cameron Jordan bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. You think back to last year, Dak Prescott was sacked 56 times, 2nd most in the league behind Deshaun Watson and the Texans. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, And then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. So from the 36 now, first and 10. A 10th carry for Kamara. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Jalen Smith, who took a huge step forward last year, in on the tackle for Dallas.
Yellow waiting.
Second and 6.
All right. Here we go. Let's go. Check.
He'll let it fly in the direction, and that's caught inside the 30. 33 yards that time. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they have the right coverage, they still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Yellow lady. You kill.
To throw again on second down. Breeze. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Malik Collins able to get him for a loss of about 3. And the Cowboys here on third down bringing in an extra defensive back. Shotgun now for Breeze. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Well, certainly not how they drew it up. A fourth down gamble turns into a fourth down scramble, but all is well. First down.
Ready. Yellow lady. Check Mike 54. Mike 50. You kill. I'm coming after you.
Throwing now is Breeze. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara, but it'll be second and goal.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfired.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. He was trying to find Keith Kirkwood that time, but now it's third and goal. 2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer, and likely throwing again, you'd have to think on third and goal here. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down, throw a fastball when that wasn't necessary, incomplete pass. One of these quarterbacks going to learn, you don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on fourth and goal. To throw is Breeze. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the fourth, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
You must be getting tired of seeing
Again, it's Elliott. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3. On third down, it's Prescott. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Get the ball.
Here's Breeze to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Let's go.
The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Mike 54. You kill. You kill.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
General West.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned.